Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us at this press conference this morning. I'm Margaret Ellaby, and I am the Chancellor at UA-PTC. Welcome to our Aerospace Technology campus. This campus is one of the jewels of our institution. Mr. Vince Giamatti, where is Vince? Vince is in the back. He is our director, and along with his faculty team do an outstanding job in this facility with a FAA certified program. So we're very proud of what they do and how they do it for our community. This morning we are going to present to you folks details to a partnership between UA-PTC and the 189th Airlift Wing of the Arkansas Air National Guard. Our partnership reflects, I believe, a shared mission between UA-PTC, the Arkansas National Guard, and certainly the 189th of optimizing education and training experiences for not only our UA-PT students, but the airmen of the 189th. And those training experiences will enable our students and the airmen to advance their skills in two highly demanded fields for our state and certainly for our country: cybersecurity and aviation technology. Both are demanded here in the state of Arkansas, and we, through this partnership, are very proud of what we are offering for our students and what we want to sustain as we go forward. So with that, before I begin discussing that partnership, I'd like to introduce and thank our elected officials who have joined us this morning. So with that, Senator Jane English, thank you for coming, ma'am. Representative Carlton Wing, thank you, sir. Representative Wing has not been here before, and he already took the grand tour through the back door. So thank you, sir, for joining us. Representative Carolyn Brown. Carolyn, thank you, ma'am. We have Mr. Hunter Sadler, who is from Congressman Hill's office. Thank you, Hunter, very much. And we also have joining us this morning Mayor Terry Hartwig of North Little Rock, who is like family. So thank you, sir. So with that, I would like to introduce a friend of UA-PTC, a leader here in Arkansas, and a great mentor to all, and just a joy to work with. And at this time, I'd like to introduce my friend, Colonel Dean Martin.
Well, good morning. On behalf of Major General Kendall Penn, the Adjutant General of the state of Arkansas and the Arkansas National Guard, as well as the thousands of airmen and soldiers who live and work here in Arkansas, who are always ready and always there. So thank you for coming out to join us today and to hear about the great partnership that we have, the 189th with Pulaski Tech. So this all started in 2019 through what the Air Force has what's called an Honoraries Commander Program. And so that program is designed to pair civilian leaders with military leadership, specifically talking about Little Rock Air Force Base, to learn more about the mission that we do, to educate the civilian leadership, as well as for them to be advocates for us as military when they go out in the community. So I asked Dr. Ellaby to join our team, and that partnership kind of started with the fact that the 189th provides training to the C-130 aircrew members, as well as cybersecurity operators for the total force. And so we thought, what better partnership than to partner with academia and with Pulaski Tech, who provides that critical foundation for education and for technical skills here in the state of Arkansas. So we started this partnership together, and then we thought, you know what? We can do something bigger than just this Honorary Commander Program. Why don't we see where we can explore? Dr. Ellaby asked me a great question. She said, what can we do to provide guardsmen that have a better foundation and they're more ready to execute those critical jobs that you do in the military. And so we kind of paired up with our team, and we found a few areas that we wanted to look into, and two of those areas have come to fruition today that we're going to talk about, and that is in the area of cybersecurity as well as the aviation maintenance course. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce my team to you. Colonel Dave Allen is our maintenance group commander. He'll be coming to speak in just a minute about what we're doing here with the aviation maintenance program. And then Senior Master Sergeant Bill Cox, who is with our cyber operations squadron, and talk about the cyber internship and introduce our first intern that we had go through this year. So without any further ado, I'll turn it over to Senior Master Sergeant Cox. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. So the cyber internship was actually developed for two purposes. The first one was to help build a better cyber workforce here in the state of Arkansas. The second purpose is to help the National Guard gain better talent in the cyber realm. So cyber is one of those hard realms that whenever people come into this workforce, you have to have a lot of experience behind you. So Pulaski Tech gives all of our interns a great education, a lot of hands-on experience, and then also they give them a lot of that foundational knowledge that they need. Where we thought we could fit in at the 223rd Cyber Operations Squadron, we're a schoolhouse, and we thought we could help out by, giving our Pulaski Tech interns the ability to work on some state-of-the-art cyber ranges that we have. Not only that, we have a lot of cyber operators in our squadron that are some of the best in the Air Force. So when our interns come to us, they will be put right into our engineering flight. So right from the start, they're immersed right like if they were working in any security operations center at any one of the big companies in Arkansas. So they get a lot of hands-on experience doing that. Part of this internship, Mr. Roderick, was our first person to actually be an intern here. Part of this internship is he actually got to sit on these cyber ranges, and we put real-world threats at him. He got to use the same tools that he would use out in industry to be able to find these threats. So he could right now work at any major operations center and be an actual asset right off the street. So I think that partnership was very key, getting that foundation from Pulaski Tech and then being able to work with the military. It also helps us, vet candidates. So in the cyber, in the Air Force, it's not a direct ascension. So what we want to do is be able to take some of these top talented people and figure out ways, innovative ways to actually bring them into the Air Force to have them be successful for later portions of their life. So like I said, Mr. Roderick Murdoch was our very first intern. So let me turn the mic over to him so that he can actually explain his experiences. Thank you.
I'm a little shy. I gotta forgive me. Good morning. How's everybody doing? So a little bit about me. My name is Roderick Murdoch Jr., born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm an avid gamer, fan of the Razorbacks, of course, and I like learning new things. So playing the piano, don't ask me to play. I'm terrible. And currently I am seeking a bachelor's degree from OSU in cybersecurity, unless, Arkansas has something to offer for me, so there's that. So during my internship, I was there for a 10-week tenure. What I did, I was assigned to the RazorNet network, the range, that was responsible for the training environment. So this is something that all the employees and all the soldiers went through for their training through the virtualization. And I coordinated with as a part of the team with a few network engineers, Jim and Rob. I'm not gonna say the nicknames, but we worked together using a hypervisor type system for virtualization called ESXi and vCenter. That we use that to make alterations like to the host, to the IP, make configurations so they would better suit the employees and the soldiers for their training. And a few things that while I was doing up on the RazorNet network, we went over a little bit with Wireshark, so that helped me see all the packets that were coming through the network, any information, destination port, source port, where it come from. We even took a deep dive into hex, which is another way to read, the network packets that come through the network. What I also used a tool called Nessus. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it. So it's a vulnerability scanning tool. I would scan the network for any possible threats or any type of vulnerabilities or exposures that happen to come upon our network. So I was able to get the codes for those as well. And then there's all sorts of things I learned, from programmable language computers, learning about those, vulnerabilities, exposures to those as well, human-machine interfaces, that sort of thing. So it was a great experience. I loved it very much. In closing, what I would like to do with all this knowledge that I had attained, I would love to work for the government sector. That's been my lifelong goal there, and I want to spread awareness of our of the cybersecurity, of our threats, of anything, we need to branch out and teach the community about threat actors, anything to help them defend their networks and protect themselves. But biggest regret is I wish it was longer, but I enjoyed it, I loved it, and I have my friend and mentor, Mr. Bill Cox, to thank for it. I have Colonel Martin, definitely Dr. Ellaby, love you so much, thank you very much. And where's she at? Miss April Hearn, yes ma'am, thank you so much. I have both my instructors back there, Danny Martin and Mr. Mayo Johnson. So thank you guys very much, I enjoyed it, and have a blessed day.
Thank you, Mr. Murdoch. Good morning, I'm Colonel Dave Allen. I've got the pleasure of leading the aircraft maintenance group for the 189th Airlift Wing. This group, which comprises of over 250 aircraft maintainers and associated staff, is responsible for the maintenance of all H-model C-130s supporting both the C-130 Formal Training Unit and the Air Force Reserve Air National Guard C-130 Test Attachment. And while we do have a percentage of our workforce that works Monday through Friday for the Air National Guard, the majority of our airmen are traditional guardsmen, or what you may have heard referred to as weekend warriors. These airmen primarily serve 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year in a wide variety of career fields and stay ready and flexible to answer the calls of both our state and nation. In fact, many of them work in the aerospace industries and for the aerospace industry employers here in central Arkansas and around the state. And we're always looking for more. Both our industry partners and the Air National Guard have similar challenges as it relates to the workforce. We both want quality individuals with a desire to come to work each and every day who possess the technical and non-technical skills to help us achieve our missions and the visions that we have for our organizations. The Air National Guard is certainly blessed to have lots of those high-quality airmen and leadership teams within our ranks, and I'd briefly like to highlight some of our demographics. Every one of our airmen has participated in or will participate in both basic training and formal technical training. And depending on the nature of that career field, that technical training can last anywhere from 6 weeks to over a year. And once that formal training has completed, airmen are placed into an upgrade training program, moving from an apprentice to a journeyman and eventually to a craftsman. And this upgrade training lasts an additional 4 to 6 years. In addition to this technical training, airmen receive professional development to make them more well-rounded as productive members of our Air Force, Air National Guard, and society. And as I've just described, you can see that I've got a very experienced workforce of outstanding aircraft maintainers. In the 189th Maintenance Group, the average length of service exceeds 10 years of hands-on aircraft time, but they are always looking to improve their skills. And that's where the relationship with UA-PTC and the Aerospace Maintenance Technology Program and staff comes in. For the last 4 weeks, 10 of our seasoned maintainers have been participating in a pilot, high-velocity targeted skills course designed by Mr. Vince Giametti and his Aerospace Technology Center staff. As you look around this outstanding facility and the numerous training aids, you would expect that the quality of this training would be equally as good. And so far, it's exceeded our expectations. Upon the completion of this training, these maintainers will have gained increased confidence and book knowledge to combine with their many years of experience they have and the skills that they've learned in the Air Force and the Air National Guard. Many plan to apply this knowledge toward an airframe or power plant license, or both. And while these skills and licenses are important to the readiness of the Arkansas Air National Guard and to complete our state and federal missions while maintaining the Guard's mantra of always ready, always there, that are also important to the various aerospace companies and the aerospace industry in the state writ large. In short, these skills are not only a mission enhancer for the Air National Guard, but also an economic catalyst for the aerospace industry within the state. The importance of the aerospace technology programs here at Pulaski Tech and other community colleges across the state continue to serve as both a recruiting pipeline for the Air National Guard and other civilian aerospace employers, and underpin Arkansas's top export being the aerospace and defense industry. The 189th continues to be excited to partner with the outstanding team at Pulaski Tech and looks forward to continuing to build upon this outstanding relationship. And I'll turn it back over to Dr. Ellaby.
Thank you, Colonel Allen. To close, from the UA-PTC perspective, this partnership is absolutely essential, and we are going to sustain this partnership as we go forward. I want PTC. Without our experts, none of this would have happened. They are very good people. I love them, and they do an outstanding job each and every day for not only our students, but our community. And so with that, April Hearn, thank you very much. Vince is in the back of the room again. Vince does an outstanding job. Mr. Danny Martin, thank you, sir, very much. Mr. Mayo Johnson, wonderful, thank you, sir. Sharon Cantrell, who is the director of our Business and Industry Center, kind of put all of this together in one spot, and she has been the leader to do that, so thank you, Sharon, very much. Dr. Summer DePro, our provost, is somewhat new, but she is leading our academics with outstanding quality. And Dr. Angela Kramers, who is our new dean of our School of Technology and Career Education. So thank you, Angela. From UA-PTC's perspective, this is what we want to be able to continue as we go forward with the 189th and this type of partnership. First and foremost, it's going to advance 3 outcomes that we think are essential not only for our students, but for our community. The first is it's advancing program and curriculum and the learning experiences that are relevant, rigorous, and quality for not only our students, like Mr. Murdoch, but for our airmen who are coming through Little Rock Air Force Base and the 189th. That is significant. Number 2, it advances, we believe, innovative, and I think, again, very relevant and strong business and industry, in this case, military partnerships for here in Central Arkansas and the Metro. We have these partnerships, and I look at Daryl Hartwig, and I look at Jay Cheshire and his staff, Christy and James. These are the type of partnerships we cultivate as a team, and that allows new businesses to see what we're doing and helps attract new businesses as well as empowering our existing businesses, and in this case, the 189th. And lastly, it advances aerospace training for here in the Metro, Central Arkansas, and the nation, as well as the economic development of our cities and state. And with all of that, it's a triple win. Can't get better than that. So we thank you all for coming. If there are questions, we will gladly take that from the press here on the floor. We thank you for joining us this morning, and thank you for supporting UA-PTC and the 189th. Thank you all very much.